Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this week's market breakdown, what we are looking for and what we can be expecting for this week. Let's jump straight into the economic calendar and then into some markets. So this week's not too busy, to be fair. We've got Bank of England, US consumer confidence, Trump speaking, consumer price index for euro, crude oil inventories, jobless claims. It's not too bad. Last week was a killer compared to this week, so I think we've got it light this week. We should be not too caught up in the volatility of the week. So kicking things off with breaking down the indexes. So we've got the US dollar. Looking at it on a higher time frame, this to me is very much so still bearish. If we zoom in, this price action here is still bearish to me. Although we did have a bullish engulfing weekly close last week, we are still ultimately in a downtrend on this market. This does not fill me with too much confidence, just because from this level here, I would have liked to see a continuation down, but instead we had a move up. If we have a daily full body close above this area here, so something like this, then I think my bias short term might flip to bullish. For now, we are still quite bearish on the DXY. I think if we go down to the 4-hour time frame, what I could look for here, so the 4-hour is bullish, so ideally when we're looking through the indexes, we want at least two time frames to be in sync, whether it be the weekly and the daily or the daily and the 4-hour. So at the moment we've got the weekly, which is bearish, and the daily, which is also bearish until we full body close this area here, just like that. So because the weekly and the daily are both bearish, our bias on the DXY is bearish. On the 4-hour, if we have a full body close on the daily, this will probably have another move higher like that, and potentially one of these EMAs will wrap around to then take it long some more. But other than that, I think safest bet here is a break below here, something like this, with this EMA then following through to take it short, I think is our safest option for taking the DXY short. Euro, going from the weekly, again, ultimately, if we look at significant highs and lows, we've got the significant low here, significant high, significant low, high, low. This is a significant high, and potentially this is going to be the significant low. So overall, this is still a bullish market. We've just had a long run here, and we are having a retracement for a potential run to the upside again. Going to the daily, we are consolidating, we are wicking off this daily 200 EMA. Again, on the 4-hour, still consolidating. I think if we have a clean break retracement with this 4-hour 50 wrapping around to take it long from there, or we break below here, again with this 4-hour 50 wrapping around to take it short some more. But at the moment we are consolidating, not really making too much movement. On the euro, again, patience is key. We will be sitting on our hands with that one. Yen, righto. Yen is massively bearish and has been for a very long time and will always continue to be, because it just helps yen's trade, their currency being bearish. Apart from the one anomaly candlestick here, the weekly bullish candlestick, we did actually close below the daily 50 EMA here, so potentially what we could see is some downwards continuation. I think as we are below the 12-hour 50 EMA, the 8-hour 50 EMA, the 4-hour 200 and the 4-hour 50, I believe if we see a potential drive down and then a retest with this EMA following through to take it short, then I will definitely be looking for some yen sells this week. Pound, we are at the edge of this range box that we've got drawn out. So looking at it on the daily, you can see when we come out of this box, we drive back in on both sides, here. So we come out, drive back in, drive back in, drive back in. Here we have broken below it, so we could see a drive back in, but we will let price show us what it will be doing before we look to execute any longs or shorts with the pound. So what we would like to see is a break above this area here, coming back down with this 4-hour 50 wrap around to take it long, is what we would like to see. Australian dollar, we are moving up as we thought we would be. It's a tough one because we are in the middle of a move. I think before we want to see any pullbacks, I think ideally a break and close above this level. So like a little bit higher to then get the pullback into the averages to take it long would be great. Nothing more to say about the Australian dollar, I don't think. Apart from once we get to this horizontal blue level, we do need to be fairly careful of some resistance. Canadian dollar, still bearish, consolidating on the daily, which isn't too great. Yeah, I think what I would like to see, we either take out these lows and then come back for a retest, or we break above with that 4-hour 200 wrapping round to take it long. Nice and easy. Swiss franc, again, very techie one. This is still kind of consolidating. Like, are we downtrending? Are we uptrending? We're just kind of in this pattern where we don't really know what we're doing. Ultimately, for extra confirmation, a break above here, above this level, with some EMAs wrapping around, something along them lines to take it long, or a break below here to take it short. But we are on a slow and steady climb upwards, so you never know, we could have an explosive move either way, but it does look like we are gradually getting higher. So yeah, I think we could see some movement to the upside from here. And then the New Zealand dollar, we are still above the weekly 50 EMA, kind of sitting on this blue horizontal level of support at the moment, sitting on top of this 12-hour 50 EMA. What I would like to see is a break above this level here, and then coming back down to retest the averages to then go long. However, if we are falling and we do get some short opportunities, something like that to go short as well will do. So yeah, I think at the moment the currencies which are showing the most promise is, of course, AUD strength, because we are moving up, and potentially yen weakness. Everything else is kind of a waiting game to see what happens. So if we go to AUD JPY, I do have an alert already set here at just above the, or in between, at 108.719, ultimately just above the 8-hour 50 EMA, because I would like to see just a drive into this area to then go and take it long from there, is what I would like to see. Probability says we just continue the move from here upwards and then probably see some sort of retracement at a later date, but we will see. We will wait and see what happens. But AUD JPY looks the best for this week. Right now, Bitcoin is still kind of sitting on top of this daily 200 EMA. We've got about an hour and 10 minutes till this candlestick closes. I don't like the fact that it's not closing above the daily 200, but we could just see like a close test of it for next week. Ideally, I would like to see some rejection from the daily 200 and then a move to the upside. And then if we wanted to look at oil is coming into this area here of support and resistance, coming into it for some resistance, which is which was once used as support. We either get a break above, a clean break above this area for a continuation up, or we reject it completely and then start having a move to the downside. I think in the next coming week, the US and Iran may settle their beef. So if they do and they come to some sort of terms, then oil will gradually come back down. So we could see some shorts just based off of geopolitical talks and tensions being eased. But yeah, so we will watch and see what happens here. I'm gonna leave this one alone for now. Gold and silver, I am looking for some sort of positions to go long, but between the two, if we look at the gold silver chart, what I'd like to see is silver's more of an erratic mover, it's more volatile. So I think a break, if we break below here and get a retest of this 4-hour 200 to take silver short, so silver would be stronger over gold. I think by then we could see a cleaner break above this area here, and then potentially having a retest of this 4-hour 200 to take it short. But yeah, guys, this has been this week's market breakdown. I hope this helps going into the week. Any questions, please drop them down below. I'll be more than happy to help. And until next time, hope everyone has a great week.